Acer Chromebook Plus Spin 714. This Chromebook is out to flex with a sleek aluminum body, a sharp display that makes colors pop, and enough AI-powered tricks to help you fake competence in all your video calls. The keyboard feels so nice you might finally write that novel, or at least your grocery list, without aches, and the solid build means you can flip it, spin it, or close it angrily after a long day. At $699, you get premium vibes without the luxury price and enough performance to keep Chrome OS snappy, unless you try editing 10,000 holiday photos at once. 9 out of 10. Acer Chromebook Plus 516 GE 2025. The Plus 516 GE is a monster-sized Chromebook rocking a turbocharged display, RGB keyboard for your gamer cousin, and performance that laughs at spreadsheets and even some light gaming. But it's so huge, you'll need an extra tote and maybe some gym motivation just to lug it to the cafe. And while the cloud gaming works, it's not about to turn your living room into an esports arena anytime soon. Sleek? Not really. But if you love a big screen and double USB-C ports, both on the same side, which is mildly annoying, this beast might be your oddball soulmate. 7 out of 10. Asus Chromebook Plus CX34. This Snow White box isn't winning any style contests, but it's built like a tank. Sports a premium webcam that actually flatters your face and lasts long enough for a full day of doom scrolling or streaming cat videos. The screen's clarity is solid, although the speakers sound like they're practicing for a tin can telephone contest, making this a poor choice for Netflix binging. Performance zips through browser tabs, but keep those tabs reasonable unless you splurge for 16 gigabytes of RAM, or you'll go back to staring at the spinning wheel. 6 out of 10. Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i Chromebook Plus. This 2-in-1 wonder dances between laptop and tablet mode like it's showing off at a tech party, all while staying light enough to toss in your bag without a workout. The keyboard is so comfy you might mistake it for a fancy typewriter. Just don't expect marathon battery life if you're on a Netflix spree. It is fast, sturdy, and ready to soak up Chrome updates until the robots take over, making most other Chromebooks look like sad casseroles. 9 out of 10. Acer Chromebook Plus 514. This slender machine struts in with a slick display and enough ports to charge all your questionable gadgets. But its fan can get a little louder than your neighbor's blender, and the keyboard is about as glamorous as a budget motel pillow. It munches through everyday tasks just fine, streaming video and mild gaming without combusting, though marathon work sessions might have you looking for a wall socket and some peace and quiet. At this price, it delivers solid value but feels more basic than best, with AI pop-ups and decent battery life. 6 out of 10. Google Pixelbook Go. The Pixelbook Go is so light and thin, you might wonder if Google expects you to tie a string to it and fly it as a kite, with a keyboard that practically begs you to write the next great novel. Except it is not a convertible, and that high-end price starts adding up faster than your coffee bill. The display is sharp and vivid, and the battery can outlast your longest doom-scrolling sessions, but for this kind of cash, a little more flash would be nice. Simply put, it is premium in spirit, but old news for those chasing the freshest tech, landing somewhere between nostalgia and nice. But why? 7 out of 10. Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3 Chromebook. This Lenovo feels lighter than your hopes for summer vacation, and packs a touchscreen that's actually bright enough to see your terrible selfie attempts. You get a MediaTek processor that just works for basic tasks, but don't expect it to handle more than one thing at a time, unless you enjoy the drama of slowdowns and crash landings. At this price, you might have clocked a Chromebook that's cheap, cheerful, and claims an all-day battery. So basic, it's almost a compliment. 7 out of 10. Lenovo IdeaPad Duet 5 Chromebook. The Duet 5 screen is so dazzlingly colorful and crisp, it's like your homework got upgraded to a Netflix binge. Battery life is absolutely ridiculous, outlasting your willpower to finish that essay. And the keyboard is decently spacious if a bit flimsy, plus you can detach it when you need to pretend the tablet mode is actually convenient. Sadly, the kickstand fights you like a toddler refusing to nap. And that premium price tag is not shy, but the performance holds up surprisingly well. 8 out of 10. Asus Chromebook CM14. Thin and light as a neglected gym excuse, the Chromebook CM14 gets you through classes and cat videos with a battery so long-lasting you might forget it needs charging. The chip is all about efficiency, but the display is less sharp than your teacher's sarcasm, and multitasking can feel like herding cats. Expect stutters and slowdowns if you push it. Still, it is super affordable and perfect for undemanding users, but if your ambitions go beyond basic browsing, you'll want to swipe left. 6 out of 10. Lenovo IdeaPad 3i Chromebook. This Lenovo feels lighter than your daily worries, and its battery keeps chugging for more hours than your cousin's wedding speeches, but the display gets about as bright as a rainy day, and the speakers sound like someone yelling into a budget megaphone. If you only want to browse, binge, and do some mild productivity without ever demanding speed, It's a solid pal, but forget gaming or heavy multitasking unless you enjoy watching Chrome OS say, "Hold my beer." I admire the sturdy build and surprising webcam, but the performance is strictly office intern level. Shows up, but doesn't overachieve. 5 out of 10. Acer Chromebook 315. The Acer comes with a spacious display, so you can work with 27 tabs open and still have room for your existential dread, plus battery life that will probably outlast your last relationship. It's lightweight, so you won't pull a muscle lugging it anywhere, and multitasking works smoother than your favorite sports commentator on game night, but do not expect serious horsepower. It's all about to-do lists, streaming lectures, maybe a touch of Netflix on the sly. Just don't take it out in the sun unless you enjoy playing Where Did My Screen Go? And keep advanced workflows off the menu. 7 out of 10. Samsung Chromebook Plus V2. Samsung's Plus V2 serves up a fancy stylus and a sharp little display so you can doodle away bad meetings and pretend you're very busy. But the keyboard will leave your fingers longing for comfier times, and the whole thing could hit your wallet harder than accidentally hitting overnight shipping. The speakers are solid, and the convertible design is like a Swiss Army knife for productivity. Flip, sketch, or watch cat videos in any mode you like, but don't expect it to run heavy apps unless you're patient like a monk. Its extra cameras and LTE are fun, but pricey, so unless you need the fancy bits, there's better value elsewhere. 6 out of 10. Asus Chromebook CX1. This thing is so cheap, it might just ask you for a loan. And the plastic body flexes more than my yoga instructor on a Monday morning. The display is dim and sad, with colors so washed out they could double as your grandma's curtains. And the ancient processor wheezes through basic tasks like a marathon runner stuck at mile 2. Ultra lightweight and perfectly forgettable. Bring a book for when it freezes, which it does, often. 3 out of 10. Dell Chromebook 113100. The Dell 3100 is basically the tank of Chromebooks, built to survive falls, sticky fingers, and possibly a meteor strike. But boy, does it look like someone designed it as an afterthought in a school cafeteria? The performance is, let's say, child-proof, fast enough for homework, but if you ask more than Chrome and YouTube, it might just throw a tantrum. And the display makes you grateful for text-heavy assignments. If durability were currency, this would be a billionaire. But in Chromebook land, it's the reliable, boring friend who never brings snacks. 5 out of 10. Acer Chromebook Plus 515. Acer's Chromebook Plus 515 speeds through tabs with an enthusiasm that's almost suspiciously energetic, packing a big, bright 15.6-inch screen and surprisingly thumpy speakers that might get you a noise complaint. The battery, while not marathon-worthy, will last most of a workday, and those Chrome OS AI perks actually come in handy, even though the colors are more pastel painting than Hollywood blockbuster. It's sturdy, quick, and roomy, like a great co-working desk, except sometimes you wish it came with a brighter lamp. 8 out of 10. Lenovo Chromebook Duet 11. This ultra-portable little beast flips between tablet and laptop like it is auditioning for a circus, and the keyboard is small enough to make you feel like a giant typing your daily emails. The touchscreen's so bright and responsive, you will wonder if you accidentally bought a premium tablet. But don't expect it to run the next Star Wars trilogy. Open too many tabs and it will do the digital equivalent of a nap. All that magic battery and stylish build make it the best Chromebook sidekick, but for real heavy lifting, look elsewhere. 8 out of 10. Asus Chromebook CM30. This detachable chameleon throws in a keyboard, stylus, and a kickstand, so you get more gadgets than a magician at a kid's party. Web browsing and note-taking are smooth, but push it with video editing or gaming, and you might hear it quietly weeping in binary. Plus, those giant bezels are a retro statement nobody asked for. The battery lasts long enough for 2 Netflix marathons, but for power users, the CM30 is more snack than meal. 6 out of 10. Asus Chromebook Flip CM1. The Flip CM1 comes with a huge 14-inch screen, a plastic body, and an AMD processor doing its best impersonation of a tortoise in a marathon. You get a touch display and a convertible hinge, so twist away like you are in an infomercial. But brightness is so weak, you will need sunglasses if you want to see anything on a sunny day. It's silent and smooth for emails or docs, but let's face it, this one's not flipping anyone's world upside down. 5 out of 10. Lenovo IdeaPad 3 Chromebook 15 IJL6. Meet the laptop equivalent of a budget airline. Cheap, surprisingly roomy, and mildly soul-crushing if you stare at the low-res screen for too long. Thanks to solid build and battery that refuses to quit, your virtual school days will outlast even your longest TikTok binge. But honestly, unless you enjoy pixelated spreadsheets, you should save up for something that won't make your eyes call HR. 4 out of 10. Lenovo Chromebook Plus 14. The Plus 14 is what happens when Lenovo shoves an OLED screen, marathon battery, and featherweight design into a Chromebook. So slick you might mistake it for a Mac if you squint. The keyboard feels premium, and the speakers blast Dolby quality tunes, but the camera's got a greenish Instagram filter built in, unintentional and slightly spooky. For work or play, this is the Chromebook you smack down on the desk to make Windows laptops jealous. 9 out of 10. Lenovo Flex 5i Chromebook Plus. The Flex 5i dances between laptop and tablet, packing a zippy Intel Core chip and a keyboard that's practically begging to be blogged on. It's sturdy, swappable, and the touchscreen shines bright. But battery life is just so-so, and don't expect a stylus unless you provide your own. If you want a fast Chromebook with actual flex, this one is legit. Unless you hate charging things or stylus withdrawals. 7 out of 10. Lenovo Chromebook Duet Gen 9. This tiny laptop is so light you might accidentally throw it into your backpack and forget it exists. Until the battery keeps going when your phone taps out. The screen is bright and colorful, and the detachable keyboard is actually comfy, but good luck using it on your lap without feeling like a circus performer. For the price, it punches above its size, but even the 8GB version still feels like a sidekick, not a hero. 6 out of 10. Samsung Galaxy Chromebook Plus. This machine is thinner than my patience during a Monday morning meeting, with an AMOLED showstopper screen that makes everything pop unless you stare too closely at the pixel count. The performance stays snappy even with a dozen tabs, and the battery basically refuses to quit. But you'll be reminded you paid up when you hear audio that's as thin as the chassis. For all that glitz and smoothness, it's flashy, but maybe not fabulous for your wallet. 8 out of 10. HP Chromebook Pro X360. HP built a sturdy workhorse that zooms through tabs, but the mushy keyboard and a dim screen will make you question your life choices faster than any slow Wi-Fi. It's heavier than its rivals, might leave you missing stylus support, and honestly, it is just mid-tier in a world that demands a bit more sparkle. Bring your own caffeine. Chromebooks are supposed to be blissfully easy, and while this gets the job done, it lands with a polite yawn. 5 out of 10. HP Chromebook 14 laptop. You get this slim little speedster that practically screams, "Look at me, I'm budget royalty." But after a week, you'll realize it can surf the web and binge Netflix. Just never ask it to run anything heavier than a Google Doc, or you'll hear its processor wheeze like a couch potato on a treadmill. The keyboard and trackpad are the nicest parts. Perfect for typing angry emails and clicking refresh, hoping for better performance. Plus, the battery lasts so long you might mistake it for eternal life, until the inevitable drop into mediocrity when multitasking. So, a decent everyday ride if you fancy Chrome OS and have zero ambition to multitask. But don't get cocky. This is bargain bin computing that feels like it was built for your grandma's Facebook login. 5 out of 10. Asus Chromebook CX1. This mega-sized Chromebook tries to flex with a large, full, high-definition screen, but those colors are so dull you'll be wondering if someone replaced your favorite show with a coloring book in grayscale. The performance is like sipping soup through a straw. Totally fine for gentle browsing, but open a few too many tabs and it'll immediately freeze up like a deer in headlights. Plus, if you want to do anything that isn't online shopping, the 4 GB of memory will run out faster than your patience. The best part is, you'll love how lightweight it is, until you realize that all that portability just allows you to carry a slow laptop even more places. 4 out of 10. Samsung Galaxy Chromebook Go. Samsung looked at the Chromebook formula and thought, let's make it even cheaper and flimsier. Oh, and slap in a screen so dim it basically doubles as a privacy protector. But at least it comes with more ports than a haunted ship. The trackpad sometimes forgets its one job. The keyboard flexes like a trampoline, and if you open more than 3 tabs, Chrome OS will kindly ask you to stop trying so hard. Great for typing up a document and grabbing some Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, but bad for literally everything else, including your reputation as someone who knows how to buy a laptop. 3 out of 10. HP Chromebook 11G. This 11-inch wonder is light enough to toss in your bag and forget about, which you just might do once you see that sluggish processor stretching your patience instead of your budget. Sure, the battery lasts longer than your average Netflix binge, but the plasticky build and dim screen are not exactly what dreams are made of in 2025. Unless you are prepping for a nostalgia trip to simpler and slower times, you might want to pass. I am giving this relic a generous 3 out of 10.